Good Monday, everybody. I'm senior student meteorologist Stephen Puglisi here with a look at the forecast on this 18th day of April. And we have a really nice day out there at the moment with mostly sunny skies and just a few high clouds to filter the sun a little bit. Unfortunately, that will change as we head further into this afternoon as rain approaches. We do have a bunch of advisories to tell you about, although none are active for the Danbury area itself. We do have a coastal flood warning for the shoreline of Fairfield County, a coastal flood advisory for New Haven County, and a wind advisory for all of Middlesex and New London counties. Now, this is also in effect, actually, for the coastal areas of New Haven and Fairfield County, and it wouldn't shock me terribly to see this extended to the north. So that's the most likely advisory that our area would get. Now, off to our west, look at this. There's also some winter storm warnings. Fortunately, those will stay where they are. We have no threat of snow from this system, although it was fairly close, and we'll show you that in just a moment. But first, the current conditions. As of noon, we had a temperature of 53 degrees here in Danbury with a dew point of 22. That's a 30% humidity with wind east at 9, gusting up to 16 miles per hour. So for our headlines this afternoon and the rest of the week, heavy rain is likely with wind tonight. Definitely not a good evening coming up, but then we will be clearing things out for Tuesday, and then the end of the week looks really nice indeed. It's just getting there that the problem arises. So for our satellite, we do have a whole lot of cloud coverage across parts of the East Coast. Here's Danbury here. These will be moving their way on in as this system becomes a coastal storm that tracks either directly over or maybe just a tad east of the Danbury area, and that means that it will be wet instead of white. So for our headlines, tomorrow doesn't look too great. We are looking at a chance of showers, and then dry for Thursday, and then a very close call for the end of the week, especially Saturday, and I'll talk to you about that in just a moment. But first, let's get a look at our current satellite, and Danbury's right here, and unfortunately, we just can't quite get rid of these low clouds that have been hanging around the area all day, and I don't think that we're going to be able to get rid of them as we head on through the next few hours either, so we should remain cloudy today. And then off to our west, we do have this area, which is likely to give us quite a bit of shower activity for your Wednesday. The good news, though, for now, our radar is dry, so definitely nothing to worry about for today. It's very, very late tonight, but really more tomorrow morning that you'll start to be concerned about those showers. So for the rest of this afternoon, mostly cloudy. There's a slight chance that these clouds could break, so that's why I went mostly instead of completely cloudy. With comfortable temperatures, although 62 with the clouds might be a bit optimistic, it wouldn't shock me if we struggled to reach the 60. Mostly sunny skies. You wouldn't know it, but the biggest snowstorm of the season is on the way for tomorrow. Well, our weather headlines are quite simple. Really big snowstorm for, again, the day tomorrow, lasting through most of your Wednesday and even well into your Wednesday night and potentially even into early Thursday. Now, we have a winter storm warning up for all of Connecticut except extreme southeastern Connecticut, where it is a mere watch, and that's because we are not so sure that they will stay snow. In fact, it looks like at least some of that will be mixed in with sleet and freezing rain, to even just plain rain at times there. Danbury right now, though, at 3 o'clock, temperature is 44, dew point 25, with winds out of the southeast at 10 miles per hour. Now, we do have that storm for tomorrow, the biggest snowstorm of the season. This is one computer model's idea of how we're going to time things out. The snow beginning here at about 10 o'clock in the morning, Danbury right here on our map. And then we move on a few hours to 2 in the afternoon. This is not good. That is very intense snow, likely with even thunder and lightning in it, and snow accumulating, say, 2 to 4 inches an hour, maybe even slightly higher in certain pockets at this point. And then it takes until 1 o'clock in the morning to completely wind things down. It should end, again, between the hours of, let's say, 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock on Thursday morning. What am I expecting for accumulations? Well, on the high end, 2 feet. No, I don't mean that kind of feet, but I mean the 24 inches of snow, not completely out of the realm of possibility across northwestern Connecticut, but generally we should expect 10 to 18 inches with, again, locally that 2-foot amount possible. For much of central Connecticut, I'm going 7 to 14 inches along a swath that includes most of the 91 corridor. And then just off east of there, we're looking at 5 to 10 inches because of that greater concern for mixing. And then far southeastern Connecticut, yeah, I don't know that they're going to get that much at all because it looks like mostly a rain event for places like New London, Groton, and all the places that often have mixing in storms such as these. Now on our visible satellite, we have an impressive circulation just off to our west over the Illinois area. And then to our south, more in the way of clouds and precipitation. These two systems, already you can start seeing it, these two will come together and form a large storm that will be your weather for tomorrow. And on our radar, we can see that there really are two distinct patches of precipitation, one moving across Pennsylvania and the Delmarva right now, and then off to our west over Michigan. Again, both of these two come together off the shoreline of southern New England and produce that snowstorm. So for tonight, cloudy early with snow developing with a low of 29 degrees, and then for Wednesday, high of 34, but not great at all. In fact, really bad. Very heavy snow, 10 to 18 inches of snow is likely, up to 24 inches is possible.